Welcome back to Your View.
Have you seen my beautiful baby? Have you seen my tomato baby? Oh.
It's another Valentine's Day, and Yourview wishes to celebrate with fans. Also, it's an opportunity for you to propose to your partner. To be a part of our live audience on Valentine's Day, the 14th of February, send your name and phone number to yourview@tvcontinental.tv. Let's make the world go round.
Thanks for staying with us. According to reports, Governor Ifeanyi Okowa of Delta State allegedly ordered the release of 350 million naira for the celebration and welcome party of the former governor of Delta State, who's an ex-convict, Chief James Ibori. It will be recalled that Chief Ibori returned from the UK on February 4th after serving a concurrent 13-year jail term for money laundering, which he actually admitted to. However, a report says that Governor Okowa is doing it to show gratitude to Chief Ibori, who single-handedly made sure that he won the 2015 governorship election. Now, what are your thoughts on this? You can call us on 070-806-680. And for you can tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YourviewTVC so we can read your tweets. Join the conversation. Yes, who wants to go first? He's already a downer, right? Like 350 million naira. To celebrate.
As in, I can imagine how many children that will put through school. How many warm meals a day.
Or how many pensioners you would have paid?
350 million. Anyways, Governor Okowa did not appear at the event yesterday, and some people also allege that that was to pretend like the Thanksgiving wasn't sponsored by.
What was most bizarre for me, Jumake, was when James Ibori came up to speak. I mean, almost every single sentence he said had God in it. Like, you know, God, I'm a child of testimony. You know, God brought me back for you. You know, he spoke the lingua Nigerians understood. When you put God in everything, God in, and he started with, I am not a thief. You know, very calculated speech.
Then again, it's a Thanksgiving celebration happening in church. What so else would he say? Would he be saying, if I thank you for bringing me back, or if I was showing God you
okay. Well, I guess you're right. So maybe you should talk about, but the point I was trying to draw out is the fact that he said what people would like to listen to.
What if he's born again?
What if he's born again, right?
We trust that God can forgive, which he can.
And God forgives.
It's possible for him
to have done that. But there's something called restitution. Maybe that money was returned.
He served his jail term, the one for the US. For the UK, and his case in Nigeria was struck out. Now, gladly, it's been reopened. They are going to go through it again to see how they can rejig it to bring up the case once more. However, when you have a people that they came out to celebrate him at Methodist Church, the idea was...
Baptist, actually. It was a Baptist church. Because I was going to call my aunt to find out, so is this how you Baptist people celebrate?
I'm sure it's Baptist.
It's Methodist.
Okay, we can check.
I'll check. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
And the celebration involved major traditional rulers, former governor of that state. What are we celebrating? He was convicted of stealing. Now, he said he didn't steal, that he only admitted to it because he felt his life was being threatened, and if he didn't admit, going to jail was going to save him from losing his life. But we are celebrating him. We can thank God for the fact that he's out of jail. He could have died there, so he survived.
Okay.
But we shouldn't be celebrating the idea that it's okay for someone to steal.
Exactly. That's the point I was trying to make. Because if the governor, for example, was doing it just to as a form of gratitude, forgetting that young people are watching the entire thing. So you are just giving, you're organizing it 350 million because I'm saying thank you for taking care of me. But the children, the young people there are watching it and saying, oh, so I guess it's okay to actually steal.
There was a full-page advert by the state government, full page in a newspaper, celebrating him. You know, it shouldn't even be in our head. Nigerians, we're used to adjusting. We are easily it's a good skill to have. It's a good trait to have, to be able to adapt. Adaptability is good to have. Flexibility is good to have. But when you're flexible and adapting to the wrong things, then it is really bad.
Mariah, may I pose a question? Tokwe, if you heard that Pastor Sam Adeyemi stole and he went to a London prison and he came back, could you celebrate him?
I won't go to the church again.
Okay. On to Uwa.
Mariah, I always say that we're a very religious society. We always carry religion and we put it in our head. And truthfully, I didn't watch the Thanksgiving service, but when I was reading the papers this morning and he kept on saying that he's a child of testimony and all that, and kept mentioning the word God, what you said was the same thing that hit me. You see, the thing is, continuously our leaders know that once they mention God, our brain shuts down. So we do not have the capacity to think whether this person is being rational or the person is not being rational. Now, I sat down and I saw the pictures. He was sitting with a special chair in front of
and all the rest were on the
church. What message are we passing? I keep begging our leaders, don't forget that you have a generation, because what is going to happen when these children become corrupt, it will be 10 times worse than where you think where you stopped. That is where they will take it from there and they will move it to another level. Do we want to have a legacy that will just be remembered for bad things, or we want to actually make change?
Let me take this call from Hassan. Hassan, are you there?
Hello, good morning.
Thanks for calling. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I'm first-time caller.
Welcome to the show.
I'm happy to join on this program today. On this Ibori case, let me just say simply, I've said this several times, the elites are the problems of Nigeria. Now, these are the set of people that are condemning the government. You can see clearly where we have the problem the government is having. These are the people sponsoring those that are fertilizing the pipelines. They are celebrating corruption, for God's sake. That's the problem of Nigeria. Until this government, God give Buhari the life, is able to fight it to the last point. That's my own view. That's what you can get of those old men.
Thank you very much, Hassan.
I'd like to correct something.
I want to say sorry.
I mentioned that it was Methodist, or actually Baptist. I'm sorry.
Yes, so it's
I wanted to say that, you see, so what Hassan is saying, God give Buhari, God does not need to give Buhari anything. Do you understand? The thing is that this change that we're looking for, it is not a burden on one person. It is everybody collectively coming to the point where you say, I am tired and I'm fed up. This is what we want to change. Now, even if you look at it, once the educational sector is bad, corruption will continue to thrive. Some people are not even mentally capable to understand that this is wrong for me. So they cannot even rationalize that, oh, somebody, see, as far as some people are concerned, he hasn't done anything. He's a saint. That is how it looks like. And I keep saying that we want to fight corruption. Mariah, when these people see that the people in the system that, they say James Boristo, the one way they will be president governor, is is more corrupt than James Bori. Why won't they celebrate James Bori? Because they will not begin to see him like the hero.
I want to talk about the tribal lines, because we always go, oh, this is our person, and the northerners, because when I spoke to a few people from that area, saying, listen, it's our own, it's our money. What of the northerners, what of the Guinea-Corn person that stole this? That tribal...
they boldly said he stole our money and his money is allowed to steal it, and that so far, people will still say that live there, that he's still the best governor they've had. In terms of what he did, hasn't been surpassed.
Back to Jumoke's question. If Sam Adeyemi is the best person, the best pastor in Nigeria, for whatever reason,
and he's found doing something wrong,
you said you would leave the church. So imagine everybody deserted James Bori at the point he came in, without sending a message to our leaders, saying, listen, regardless of how good you think
we have a future generation to watch out for, and they are watching us, and we are mentoring them on what they shouldn't do.
Let me take this call from Marvelous. Marvelous, are you there?
Hello, good morning.
Thanks for calling. Go ahead, please.
To me, I think I will support UWA 101%. Because to me, it feels like in Nigeria, we will feel that, why do you want my own thief dead if your own thief in the other region is alive? The thing about Nigeria is that Ibori is not the problem. It is the system of Nigeria that is the problem. If the system of Nigeria treats everybody equally as criminals, you cannot be like a governor in Delta is serving a GTM, and we know the governor in Tafara has stolen the money and run state down and is busy enjoying his life, living large, or he joins the ruling party and starts enjoying his life. I feel that every Nigerian should be treated because they should face their trial equally. Then that is when Nigeria can move.
I totally agree with what he has said, because you must come to equity with clean hands. So we cannot condemn corruption on one side and seem to be siding corruption on another side. You know why? If every politician does their own things in one way, for instance, there's one who says, I want to build one road at 1 billion naira, and it's actually costing 500 million, and he's siphoning 500 million, but you see that he has built a road and stolen money. Then you now hold James Ibori for also stealing money.
That's the point.
All the people within the system will now seem like, why is it James Ibori here?
But the biggest problem is don't get caught, which is the issue with Ibori. And I understand them saying that the Zamfara other state government that are stolen, they did not desert them. We won't desert our own. But you are the ones that don't have hospital. You are the ones that don't have a school. So you are the ones that don't have good roads. And you are now celebrating. You are celebrating the person that stole the roads and that stole your opportunity to have road, hospital, school. Yeah. When you celebrate that person, so you are giving license. It has been, Morayo, it's been an historical thing. The generation we have that is corrupt, that is stealing us dry, did it because their parents that served loyally were not well protected in their old age. So now, we now see those that are stealing us right now. What are they giving as a legacy to the next generation?
Let me take some tweets. Adebayo says that we have lost our morals trying to justify what is bad. Uto Pressure says James Ibori is not a thief on his part compared to others stealing in government.
That's the rationale.
Mark Oyaide says the problem with Nigeria is illiteracy. How can people celebrate criminals? Aborum says, seriously, we have a long way to go. I'm fully disappointed for we're celebrating criminals. It's sad. Uncle T says, only God will help us in this country. Elu Francis says, what a shame to Nigerians.
Okay, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we have a guest to help us talk about this issue further. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Have you seen my beautiful baby? Have you seen my tomato baby? Oh.
It's another Valentine's Day, and Your View wishes to celebrate with fans. Also, it's an opportunity for you to propose to your partner. To be a part of our live audience on Valentine's Day, the 14th of February, send your name and phone number to yourview@tvcontinental.tv. Let's make the world go round.
Staying with us, in Nigeria today we celebrate corrupt individuals rather than convict them. Even the convicted ones are also celebrated, which sets out the wrong message to others. Accepting corruption as a norm in our society is one of the causes in Nigeria, one of causes of corruption in Nigeria. Now, why are politicians being celebrated even after being declared corrupt? Joining us on the show is the politician and businessman, Honorable Rotimi Basheda. Welcome to the show, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
So you can call us on 070-8066-8014. You can tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag Yourview TVC so we can read your tweet. Now, you heard our conversation earlier.
Yes, absolutely.
But even new information came to me that I didn't even know that James Ibori is the godfather of that town. The same way we used to have some godfathers in certain regions in this area. So imagine a godfather like that who has been seen as a leader. People are dedicated to him and helped. He has practically set the entire system in place.
Empowered them.
Empowered everybody. And for whatever reason, they know he's taking money, but they know that money he's taking, at least he's doing something. We are seeing the results. Now you convicted him in the UK, he came back. Doesn't that kind of leader deserve the 350 million naira celebration?
It deserves celebration. Okay. But the celebration should be in jail. Not in a church.
Okay.
Not in this society. You see, the issue here is that we are fighting for the soul of Nigeria, and we don't know it yet. And this is the fight of our life, this minute, economically, socially, in terms of morals. That's the fight we're fighting now. When someone like James Ibori, convicted in the UK, in a society where you cannot bribe, you're not being victimized, you face the long arms of the law the way it should be, and you're found guilty. And then basically what they've done is they've done a job for us. It's all about our money, it's not their money. So they've done what we should be doing for us. And then they come back home. And the very same people that we entrust with the values of our society, both religion and otherwise, are the very same people that are supporting and celebrating immorality. I was looking at the celebration. I was completely disgusted to find that a church would condone such a thing.
Sir, Jesus Christ would have done the same.
Absolutely, but in a different way.
Well, maybe not celebrate. What it was Thanksgiving. He's coming back alive. We are going to forgive what he has done if he's repentant, and then he'll say, go and do it no more. But I have a funny question in the sense that if Nigeria, the coinage is built on falsehood and we're not united, and to the extent we have a very powerful center where every region, culture and ethnicity feels marginalized, and they now have a son who seems to, our own money that is coming from the soil, our oil, I will steal from what the government is giving to me to empower my people, to the extent that the people feel empowered. I don't know the president too, but I know my governor Ibori, he has done better things for me. So do you not think that it's more about our foundation being faulty than us looking at the bad fruits and warped branches and be crying over spilt milk?
Yes, but the foundation itself, who are the custodians? The same people that we're talking about. Yes, we understand that the education system is a bit lapse because people don't have the right values of what belongs to them and what belongs to somebody else. A governor is nothing but an administrator. He doesn't own the money. It's our money. It's like saying you set up a company, you spend so much money to set up the company, and you put an MD there. So that MD has the right to siphon and steal. No, of course not. And that's what we need to understand. We need to educate our people and let them know that this is about us. It's about us. It's our money. It's not their money. So even if you steal 1 billion and spend 300 million on a project, there's still that gap, which is still our money. But what I'm trying to say is that it's not only Ibori that we're talking about here. We're talking about the whole structure, the whole system. These messages we're sending out is, look, the fastest way to get rich is to go into politics. One, because all of them, I doubt if Ibori or the likes of Ibori can go back 10 years and bring out his bank statement for the last 10 years. Where is the source of that money? There's a beginning. It's called forensic what do you call it? Audit.
Yes, sir.
Financial auditing.
Yes, sir.
They should be able to say, look, where's the money from? You can't jump from here to here.
I'll throw a question.
So really,
let's come first. I have a question for you.
You know, there's 11 commandments. Don't get caught. And that is what the people of Delta State are saying, that every state, they all have people like James Ibori. True. It's just that James got caught.
Or he offended somebody.
Or he offended the bigger power that now allowed his secrets to come out, and which is why he's being laid a scapegoat. So they say, it's your own scapegoat, but for us, we're going to celebrate him. And we've been worried, and we've said earlier on that we're worried about the future generation. You as a politician, what are you doing? Because, you know, it takes money to run any election in this country.
Absolutely.
And anybody that has money can become a godfather overnight.
Absolutely.
And that is all that James Ibori is. He has empowered people. He commands what is going on.
But he did spend his money. How did he get there in the first place? With zero balance?
With his own money.
No, that's the point. Zero balance. When somebody sponsors you to get to a point, you obviously have an IOU.
Yes.
That is the problem.
That's Nigerian politics now.
It is Nigerian politics.
Yes.
But the minute we do what we call system overhaul, we look at our political structure, how people emerge, how we elect people. It sounds textbooky, but nobody
said it on the House of Assembly.
No, it is us that will do it. We started now. You are arguing, we are discussing, we're sending the right signal. We are being very harsh with our words. We're saying what needs to be said.
No, let me come
personally,
to you.
I'm doing a lot.
Okay, what's your party? I don't even know your party, but you're a politician.
Yes, I am.
So you belong to a political party. Yes. Now let me just say your political party is XYZ. I don't want to know the party.
Okay.
XYZ party, and there's a godfather. That godfather has, maybe 10 years ago, you don't know where his money is coming from. Somehow he has a lot of money. And he's very influential. He probably even got you to where you are. Tomorrow you become a governor of a state. XYZ party. This, your godfather, was arrested in US. Comes back. Now, he's your father, godfather. He got you and almost everybody, your colleagues, and he built the system that you are thriving on.
Absolutely.
Will you not celebrate?
Would you not celebrate his return?
It is called loyalty, but misplaced loyalty.
Okay.
You can celebrate somebody going to jail, coming back and saying, thank God I'm alive.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. But when you make it a fiasco,
that's
when you make it so big and you close the whole state down, then that is wrong.
It was just a church and reception. They didn't do a road clinic up. They didn't block anything.
They did.
It was just church and reception.
No, it wasn't. When it came back, the whole from the airport, the whole state. And this thing, we know it's been sponsored. Yeah. Let's be factual. Okay. People in that state, if you get them, put them in a corner and tell them that, let's be honest, what do you think? You'll be surprised what they would say. That's what happened with Trump. People would tell you what they feel. These guys that we see on the street are being sponsored. They are being paid 10,000 naira to go and show up and carry banner. This is what they do. So it's not about the people, it's not the real people's view. Yeah. It is the politician's view. Yeah. A couple of days ago, I was just thinking in my head, where is our Rollins? Don't we have a Rollins in Nigeria? Where is our Rollins? Because at that point,
advocate for a bloody revolution?
Not bloody. Not that way, but I advocate for a revolution, but not a bloody revolution. There's so many ways. Our president has started something good.
Really?
Yes, he has.
Tell us what he has started.
He has started something good.
Which is?
His view is fight corruption.
Okay.
Yes, but sometimes when you're fighting corruption, you should start from inside. But yes, I understand that. But you cannot fight corruption from inside if you are fighting it alone. So you need to leave them. I believe what he is doing is leaving them to the last. That's, I think, as a soldier, as a general, he's relaxing, saying, let me fight everything around, leave them alone. He'll come back and face them. The issue of political parties being set up and a godfather sponsoring and you coming back, well, a lot of people would say, yes, you need to get to where you want to get to. So he's the person who's sponsoring you. But there are many politicians out there that would not say okay to that. It's like saying you want to be a governor, so you want to take oath. Some people wouldn't do it. They would say, forget it.
But they don't become the governors.
Okay, let's take a quick break. Stay with us and right back.
Some of them would.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. All right, so shoot.
I wanted to ask. I believe that corruption is not about one man. Is it supposed to be something somewhat like a system?
Yes, it's a system.
You know, it's not about, even if Buhari is starting from outsider and maybe he's waiting for those people for the last, I don't think that's the perfect way to go about it. In your own view, how do you think, you know, we can put up a structure that can curb corruption?
Political reform. That's
In
number
what way?
one.
Okay.
We need to educate our people. First, it's not just, before educating them, we need to make sure that they're earning power, minimum wage, that people can survive. It is only when we're able to do that that we can now educate them as to what their rights are. That's it. But the way things are now, a hungry man will take 500 naira and do your bid.
But you see, the politicians know this, and that is why they've consistently kept people at that level.
So that they are subservient to them.
So in large extent, we always would have the good boys, and they are always at that level. Every election in, election out, because they are the ones that are the foot soldiers that bring the votes in.
But
so how do we educate those good boys to know that these guys, and that is the advocacy group, which maybe that's the best way, because how do you educate the good boys to know that these guys that just come and see you every 4 years?
It's for selfish interest.
It is just to get the election.
Absolutely.
And they forget you after that time.
Absolutely. That is what you're doing now. in most cases, I blame
the media.
The media.
I agree.
Look at what happened in the US. They
The
attacked
media must survive
Trump.
too.
They went all the way. Yes, they must survive.
must eat.
But
You're
you're saying the very same thing that we're talking about. What we are trying to fight is what you are saying now.
Honorable, let me take this call. Emunike, thanks for calling. Are you there? From Kaduna. Go ahead, please. Thanks, Emunike from Kaduna. Thanks for calling. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. Hello?
Go ahead.
I can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Good morning, madam.
Good morning.
Morning.
People are doing a wonderful job there.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. I think the bottom line of the whole thing we are saying, Nigerians, we are all psychophants in this country. We are all psychophants in whichever way you look at it. Everybody in this country, we are all psychophants. And we worship money a lot. We have allowed the worship of money and what money is all about to overtake our sense of belonging and sense of reasoning. I don't know why people should, after long suffering, someone will come out in the public to worship someone who does not merit such a worship, to dance around with someone who does not merit such dancing around, and to cry it all. The church will accept such a thanksgiving in a
thanks,
Emunike,
for bringing us back to the church factor. So a pastor was able to call, was able to actually host. I mean, there's some pastors that wouldn't do that.
I
There are some churches
What
that wouldn't do this.
Of course, he shouldn't have gotten involved.
Sorry?
It should have been boycotted.
Exactly.
You cannot reject a member of your church
Like-
who wants to come and serve God.
No.
God.
He's not serving God.
But here's the thing. When you set up the chairs in the church and you create a special seats for him,
It makes it look somehow, Sha.
that I don't like. Because everybody is equal before God. We should all sit on that pew, chair,
It's
wooden,
possible.
like that.
No.
Go ahead.
Listen,
That's the
I
way-
beg to differ.
Yeah.
Ibori should have gone and repent first.
And
He
you
should have done
have
that.
repented.
He hasn't done that.
How do you
No,
know?
no. If you have repented, you will not be celebrating the fact that
He
you
said he's
stole
not a
it.
thief.
No, excuse me.
you are
If you've been convicted in Nigeria, you can say it's political. It's this. He was convicted in the UK.
He's not born again.
If he's
How
born
is he born
again,
again?
the pastor would have mentioned
Did
it. Then
he
he came
come
to
back to
repent.
Nigeria from the
you have
airport?
admitted the sin.
Yes.
Sober?
If you really repent, you
The
admit
man
your
wasn't
sin,
sober. He was
return
he was
the money.
happy. He
Let me
was
take this
jumping.
call.
I think he should be rotting in jail in Nigeria.
Let
as
me
far
take
as
the
I'm
call.
concerned.
Adiola, thanks for calling. Are you there?
Good morning,
Thanks for
Murayo.
calling. Go ahead, please, Diola.
I just want to make a comment that why should corrupt politicians be celebrated? They are not meant to be celebrated. If not that Nigeria is just really corrupt. Just like Jumoke said the other time, that the media are meant to fight for the masses. They are meant to educate the masses. What happened? The media are meant to go against it in all ways. For Nigerians today, no one is ready to fight. No one is ready to speak. No one is ready to fight for a fellow one. Nigeria is totally corrupt, and we need education of the masses.
Thank you very much, Adelu. Going back to what you said, as in starting with educating our people, increasing the minimum wage. It goes back to the fact that we need the right people in the National Assembly. Because they are the ones that would put those kind of laws in place to ensure that the minimum wage, for example, is 50,000 naira or 100,000 naira, so that you and I, everybody here can earn a decent living. When you earn a decent living, nobody can come and bribe you 1,000 naira. At least you can then make a point, because Michelle Obama said it. If you need credible leaders, you need credible voters, educated voters who know what they're doing.
I am a very expensive person to bribe. If you want to bribe me, you have to be thinking in the field of 100 million.
Are you related to Ibori?
While we wait for that,
She would like to be rude too.
while we wait for that kind of change, why don't we educate our children in the schools? Because I come back, my children come back home from school and they educate me, telling me, Mommy, no, they told us not to do this. They told us not to do that. So why, if we go and teach the children in school and let them understand the fact that this, your parents selling out their votes, is the reason you have no future.
Will tell you that the curriculum does not favor them. Delete it. That's the point. A whole governor says that you ask questions that throws the fact that he is incompetent in a higher institution during an exam. What happened? Automatically, the lecturers, the school were punished because of that. That's what we're talking about. See, we are the problems. Media, sincerely. Yes, media must eat.
I agree.
But we're sitting here, we're talking. Some kids are watching. They are watching. They are listening. Forget what they see on the street. What they hear, what our musicians sing, what they preach, what our pastors do, examples. The kids will stand there and see a pastor driving a Rolls Royce.
Okay.
They don't have to talk, but they know the meaning of it. So it's passive learning.
Okay, a few tweets. Somebody's accusing you that you are APC. That the pastor and the church are not wrong in accepting Ibori's comeback. Her name is Fenor. Then Modi Michael says, if Ibori has truly repented, he should have undergone restitution, not celebration, and sold his properties. Ben says, even in prison, Ibori is more relevant than most of our so-called saint politicians. Prodigal son was still celebrated. Uto Precious says, celebrating corrupt leaders might not end. Buhari cannot fight the system that brought him. The system is corruption. Architect Kayode says, corruption is now a name of a person that has a certificate and also a PhD holder. An average Nigerian is corrupt.
Look, let me ask our guest, are you APC?
No.
So you are not. Okay, just check. Just
but I wanted to just
and I wouldn't be.
Sir, I wanted to quickly say that why I say that basic of all the corruption in our system is hunger. We have come from an impoverished society that we have sold out our birthrights because of hunger. My pastor says you cannot go and preach salvation to a hungry person. You must first of all feed them. So before I tell you to be upright, I must ensure that you are not seeing pensioners queuing and dying on their pension queue, because you are going to steal to prevent that happening to you in future. So if we're asking for a just system, I agree, it's all of us.
Just. I like that word. I like that word, just. So we're not going to justice now. We're going to the legal system now.
I need our guests to round up. We have to round up. Just let us know, what are the final thoughts on this issue?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, I think we've got it all wrong. We all know that it's wrong. And we need to start afresh. We need to start thinking, we have failed. That's the point. As a generation, we have. But the ones coming, we need to try and make sure that they don't
Fantastic point. Because
follow the suit.
For Trump, they actually went to go and find those who haven't voted.
Generation.
They didn't even find. They want the old people that felt totally that the system have cheated them. So that's what they're going to look for. We now find the younger generation are the ones we need to go and target and look for. Because they are the ones that will be voting in 10, 15 years.
Yes, to come.
Those are the ones we need to do.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you. That's all we can take on the show. Don't forget, our Valentine's special comes up tomorrow at the studio. Join us tomorrow. Special live audience. Want to be here? Just come around. Have a lovely day. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.